Lovefromlindsay here. This is a video that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I was wondering if I would do it or not, but here we are. I made a post about this a few days ago. Drop your questions if you want to know a bit more about me. So all of your questions will be featured. So I hope you enjoy. Fire Killer Total Drama 34. He says, if you could be any animal, which one would you be? I'd pick a house cat because I like to have my space and enjoy doing things that I love doing, that I never get tired of. And I get to be cozy and have my own fur, so I think I'd like that a lot. And also, I do have a own cat of my own. I do have a cat of my own that I love so much. This question is from Tyler Total Drama. Hi! And he said, what's my favorite crumble cookie? If you're from the US, you know what crumble cookies are, so I have so many, but I will list my top 3. Cornbread, churro, and wedding cake. They're all so good, trust me. If you see them in the lineup, you should get them. I could eat the whole thing if I could. But if I had to choose, I'd have to pick cornbread. It's so good. And I could honestly eat so many cornbread cookies if I wanted to. Not actually, though. Another question from Tyler Total Drama. He said, which is your favorite food? I love pizza, specifically cheese pizza. I love it so much. It's so good. Again, I could eat a lot of it if I wanted to. I never get tired of it. It's really good. And I am an Italian, too. So, comment if you love cheese pizza, like me. Okay, 2 of you asked the same question. Tyler, Total Drama, and Twin Wolves 4231. You guys both said, when did you start watching Total Drama? I think like around 2016, I think, or 15. I can't remember. Me and my brother were watching Cartoon Network, and Pacatail Island came on. We were like, oh, this is cool. We should watch this. I think I was like around 8 or 9 years old. Again, I can't remember. My favorites from that season were Ella and Leonard at the time, and my brother's favorite was Sean. And after it was over, I kind of forgot about it. And then a few years later, I watched all the other seasons and the reboot as well. I really like this show because there are a lot of interesting characters, and the challenges looked like a lot of fun, specifically from season 2. I thought the movie challenges are really cool and creative. We've got another question from Forest Tennis 909. I hope I'm saying your name right if you see this. They said, what do you think would have happened if Trent and Courtney were the ones who kissed rather than Duncan and Gwen, while Trent and Gwen were still together? How would Courtney and Gwen have felt about that? Well, to me, I think Gwen would be heartbroken. I mean, Trent was her boyfriend at the time. I think about when in season 1 when Heather kissed Trent, which was just a misunderstanding. But even then, Gwen was heartbroken then too. It does bring a lot of drama, after all. I think Courtney and Gwen would distance apart from each other. For a while anyway, and then make up afterwards, like how they did in All Stars. That's just me though. Twin Wolves also asked, do you like anything outside of Total Drama? Video games, other TV shows, etc.? Outside of Total Drama, I'm really into art and drawing. It's one of my favorite ways to be creative. And as for video games, I don't really play video games. I just mostly stay and do art projects and do sketches. And I like to bake cookies. That's really all I know how to do when it comes to baking. I've made chocolate chip cookies, and I made sugar cookies, and I've decorated them too. Around Christmas time, it's a tradition every year my family has done. It's so fun. And I get to reward myself by eating them after. No, because I love cookies. Who doesn't love cookies? And as for TV shows, I'm not watching anything right now. But I have watched Stranger Things, Euphoria, The Summer I Turned Pretty, Daria, etc. I like all those. I am thinking about watching Outer Banks. I did hear it was good. Next question is from Love from Gwen. Hey, bestie. She said, what's your favorite color and would you change anything about TVI? My favorite colors are pink and purple and orange. Most of my clothes are these colors. I do have a purple phone case and I do have pink nail polish on. And as for what I would change, here are a few things. Have Lindsay win a season and have the sisters Emma and Kitty win Redonkulous race because they deserve it and I love them so much. Something else I'd love to see is that I would love to see underrated characters like Eva, Katie and Sadie, Joe, Sugar, and Jasmine get more love and appreciation because I love all of them and they don't get enough love and they deserve it. Oh, and also the LARPers. They were robbed. You know, I didn't forget about them. I love Draco Malfoy once says, who got you into watching total drama? As mentioned earlier, I watched it for the first time with my brother on Cartoon Network, and yes, it was Pakatu Island. You know, a few years later, I saw clips of it on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, I remember this show! And then I watched the other seasons, as well as the reboot. Back then, I remember really liking Lashana, Sierra, and Lindsay the most. But my opinions on some of them have changed. But I still really love Lindsay, if you can tell. This question is from Robin_Thunder44, and they said, thoughts on the Pockettail Island cast, overhated in my opinion. I mean, sure, it's not my favorite season, but I don't think most of the characters are that bad. There were some characters that I loved or found interesting, while others either were boring, I didn't like, or had missed potential. I would have liked to see Amy and Sammy bond and get along. I would have liked to see Topher actually take over the show for a while. Maybe Leonard's magic actually worked. But most of them didn't really get enough development. But I'd say it's a mixed bag. I wouldn't write the cast off entirely. This next question is from basically Mizoku. I don't know if I'm saying her name right. Just let me know if you see this. They said, favorite and least favorite TD character from each gen. From Gen 1, Lindsay is my favorite, of course. My least favorite is probably Ezekiel. He's just didn't like him at all. From Gen 2, my favorite is Zoe. I just love Zoe. My least favorite is probably Stacy. She's only in one episode, so you don't get to see much of her. From Gen 3, it's Sugar. I've grown to like her, or I mean, I've grown to love her a lot. And my least favorite is Dave, just terrible. My least favorite character out of all 100. From Redonkulous Race, Emma and Kitty are my favorites. I love them so much. They should have won Redonkulous Race. They're both so cute. I love them so much. I always will. And my least favorite, probably the Adversity Twins. I forgot their names. Please tell me what their names are. I don't remember them. They're pretty forgettable and they're kind of annoying, so. And from Generation 4, the reboot, my favorite is Julia. And my least favorite is Priya. mainly because her character derailment season 2. Next question is from Cope Bismuth, and they have 2 questions. The first is, what's the best thing about Nema, which is Noah and Emma? I like them. I think they're really cute. They really hit off pretty well. They're one of my favorite couples. It's nice to see Noah find love as something that really stuck out to me. They care about wanting to get together, and they don't really care as much about the race, which, can be a bit frustrating, but they like each other, and I think that's really special. And then they also asked, how did you start loving Liler, which is Lindsay and Tyler? They're my favorite couple. They're so wholesome and so cute. I really loved Tyler's devotion to Lindsay. It was really sweet, and even though Lindsay didn't remember him, he still cared about her, and she cared about him. I wish we got to see more of it, though. This question is from TD Samey Fan. He said, your fan art and why you love that character. To be honest, I just drew whoever I felt like in that moment. I did post my Samey drawing a few weeks ago. Here it is. And I wanted to show you 2 more drawings that I did that I didn't post yet. I'll show them here. Here's this drawing of Gwen. And here's this drawing of Kitty. I'm very proud of these, and I hope you like them too. And I plan to show you guys more of my art projects, so I'm very excited about that. Okie dokie, I think that's all of them. That's all the questions. Thank you guys so much for participating in my Q&A. I had so much fun answering all your questions. I'm so glad I've done something like this, so you guys can know a bit more about me. I do have more upcoming edits, so stay tuned for those. Your guys' love and support make me want to keep going. That makes me so happy and so excited. I want to continue doing this as long as I can. And I want to make you guys happy and feel loved. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed that Q&A video. And I'll see you soon. Love you. Bye.